WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American over here in Germany, often tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. I finally got my hands on a sample of Blood Oath, Pact number 8, finished in Calvados casks. 49.3, all Blood Oaths are 49.3, whiskey base number 210923. Now it actually says here, sour mash Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. So Blood Oath is basically from Lexro. They're magical. I can't tell you what's in it whiskey. We do know that we have here. They called it Rye Bourbon. We have wheated bourbon, so why not Rye Bourbon? So everything is just corn, rye, and malted barley. So we have a 14-year-old bourbon, we have 11-year-old bourbon, and we have 8-year-old bourbon. So the maximum age we can call this is an 8-year-old bourbon here. Now, it is finished in Calvados cask from the Normandy region of France. It imparts a slight apple on the nose with hints of vanilla and cinnamon, they write here. So with each sip, feel transported to northern France by way of Kentucky. So for me, from Germany, I'd have to go to Kentucky and then way back over to the Normandy, which of course is a possibility. The price is $120, recommended retail price. Over here in Europe, I often see it for 200 plus. All right, so now I am not a fan of Calvados. So I've tried Calvados. The Compass Box had their affinity where they mixed Calvados with whiskey. I did not like that at all. Irish whiskey has been using Calvados casks for many years now. We have Glendalough from a single from Calvados. We have West Cork. We have Bowen. We have, what else do we have? We have the Whistler. That is also Bowen. We had the Teeling actually had a Calvados cask finish. Jack Ryan used the Calvados. These are all Irish independent bottlers or distillers that have used Calvados. Kilhoman actually used a Calvados once. And I do know that there's one person in America that has used Calvados so far successfully, and that is Sagamore Spirits with a Calvados finished rye, which I would love to have tried. All right, so that's that. What am I going to compare it to? So I'm just going to pull up my glass, and then I'm going to have to do this. Bing, bing, bing. After I've done that, bang, bang, bang. We have here a Blood Oath Bourbon cognac barrel finish. Pact 6. This is 2020's version. Whiskey base number 169494. Now, interesting enough, Pact 1 was $90 and Pact 8 is $120. Now, today in our market of extremely high price limited editions, I think $120 is not bad for that whiskey. Now, if I go back 8 years and think, wait a second, they were asking $90 for the Blood Oath. Are they crazy? I mean, this is before Peerless started off with the $100 bottles of rye back then in 2017. So this is wow. This is one of those moments of I don't know if that's right or wrong. So 2015 is when the Blood Oath Pact number 1 came out. That was I have no idea. So number 2, I have no idea. Wow, whiskey base is very, very indescriptive about. Okay, number 3 was Cabernet Sauvignon barrels. Number 4 was our, doesn't say. Number 5 was our Caribbean rum. Number 6, I have here cognac. Number 7, Sultan. And number 8 was here our Calvados. So they are doing interesting, massively unique moments there in whiskey. So congratulations. According to Whiskybase, there's 51,000 bottles of this here. And at least in America, it was 750 milliliter bottles. That's going to be about 200 some casks they emptied for this one bottling. That's a lot. I mean, we can't even put 200 on one semi truck. All right, so that's a container, a 40-foot container. Basically there. Wow. All right, so that's a lot of whiskey going on there. Now on the nose, all right, they are different, but they're very similar. I just recently did a whiskey on SMWS, and I just did a whiskey. I just did a video about that, And for if I would just show these three colors here, I just had this very close by. Yeah, it's all green, right? So if I do this, and you can see that. Now, if I get rid of this one, they're both very green. They're very similar in color, and that's what I'm getting here. They're very similar. Now, are they identical? No, but they're like within 3 to 8% of each other. I'm going to say within 5%. They're not blue, they're not red, they're not yellow, they're not black. They're both very, very similar. Now, on the nose, the Calvados goes a little bit towards a sour apple. I don't know if you ever had the sour apple rings from Haribo. That's what I get here. And over here, I get a little bit of a cognac sweet moment, a little bit more of a honey, a little bit like a Turkish delight. All right, so let's try these. 49.3 both. I am very pleasantly surprised how well the Calvados integrates together with the bourbon. There's a little bit of an apple pear moment that I love and I know from single malt scotch or single malt whiskey, even German whiskey has it. And that bourbon, the leather, the pecan, the honey, the allspice, the cinnamon, the wood, it all is perfectly integrated. I think pack number 8 is maybe the best one I've ever had from Blood Oath. Well done. Well done. B minus. Now, value for money, $120. 200 euros over here. Is it that good? No. I don't think it's worth the money. I'm going to give it a C minus, even D plus for money. If I could buy it for $120 someplace, I'm not really sure. It's got a nice little bottle design, and we have people collecting all the different packs and so on. You, of course, have to have it, but I'm not sure if I have to. This is for me an annual release. So I look forward over here to Germany. I get one bottle of Elijah Craig a year. I get one annual release. You get your 3. I get one Booker's. You get 4. So for me, that's an annual release. I get often the possibility to buy a Four Roses small batch limited edition. And that's about it. So if I add the Blood Oath to that, these are special bottles that come up once a year. That would be my list. I would go for what I'm looking forward to the most. Booker's, Elijah Craig, Four Roses, and then the Blood Oath. I might have forgotten something, but those are the things that actually pop into my brain at this moment. What are the limited editions? What are the highly allocated bottles, the annual releases that you look forward to? Often in America, it's going to be October. If you say B-Tag, great. If you say Pappy, if you say something else, I'm going to hopefully learn from you and be able to know what I should be looking for otherwise. That is, I'm going to actually stick with the comment I said, the best Blood Oath I've had so far. I have not had them all, but I've had a few of them. Now with the cognac. Mm-hmm. It feels like there's older whiskey in here than here. I'm sure I could go over to their website and find something out here. 1 second. The Oath. So we have that part 4. So, oh wow, I have to actually sign in now where I'm, and we're going to type in, so submit my birthday so I can actually look for information on your website here. The current release, the packs here. If I go to number 8, the 9's out already. I haven't even seen the 9 yet. The 9 is going to be 18, 12, and 7 in Oloroso sherry. 8 was our Calvados cask. The youngest is 8. Number 6 doesn't even say anything. Number 7 was 14 and 2 8-year-old ryes, finished in the Sultan. But number 6 just says rested and mellowed in cognac cask or finish. So there's no information about what. Oh, here we go. 14, 8, and 7. So this, even though I thought it was older, actually tastes. This is younger. This is 7. This is 6. Okay. Wow. That cognac cask really gave it a nice little finish. But yet the cognac is more dominant here than the Calvados. As I said, I don't like Calvados. I don't like Calvados pour. I don't like it in the Irish whiskey so far. It's got a weird, funky little sour apple note that I don't have to have. But here it actually very, very nicely integrated. Here, the cognac is a little bit too strong for my personal opinion. I would have added a couple casks here of non-finished stuff to balance it out. All right. Um, I like the 8 better than the 6. Question of the day. What annual release or what special releases are you looking forward to each and every year? All right, thank you very much for watching, liking, subscribing. As I said here, this is going to be a C plus, and yeah, C plus plus, B minus minus. Let's go for that. And value for money, C minus. If I'm going to pay 120, if I'm going to pay 200, D. All right, Whiskey Jason. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye bye.